Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. This program, we're about to do an in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my location in New Mexico in the United States. This is a form of puja that Dr. Pillai taught many years ago to myself and Raja Malloy, Meena Malloy's brother. And I'm very happy to be sharing this puja on this channel Monday through Friday. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and an AstroVed astrologer, and I am delighted to be able to share this with all of you. Dr. Pillai has explained to us many times that the planets are agents of our karma, and they are more than just objects in outer space whose vibrations are affecting our thoughts and our actions. There's also a divine light being associated with all of the planets and the stars and archetypes that rule the stars, planets that rule the stars, and so on. And in doing the puja, we are invoking those light beings. He's also explained we have all of these planets and stars within us as well. And in doing the puja, you may experience some of these inner connections within yourself. Some of you may have seeings, some of you may have feelings, some of you may have understandings, and all of those are valid modes of perception. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. This is the location of planets based on my location here in New Mexico. Each of these little boxes is a particular zodiac sign, and the initials here is explaining what planet is sitting in that particular zodiac sign. AC stands for ascendant. That's the sign coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. There is a link for a tutorial video about the South Indian style chart if you are new to that. And I have also put above in the chat a link for seeing the chart as well as the stars for today over at club.astroved.com site. So you're welcome to explore those if you like, or you're welcome to just listen to the puja and do something else. Dr. Pillai has said that the sounds, the names of all of these planets and stars is a quantum sound or a mantra. And even just hearing these sounds helps take us into a brighter state of consciousness. So whether you're listening to this in the background as you do something else, or whether you're actively participating, putting petals on your piece of paper or your blackboard as we go along, all of that is a wonderful way to participate with the puja. However you join in is totally fine. To do the puja, I have drawn the chart in chalk on a blackboard on a side table, and I'll be using that to place flower petals in appropriate places as we go along. I have a container of water. I have a lit tea light. I have a hand fan. I have a bell. And I have a bowl of fresh flower petals that I'll be using. To start, I'm going to take the container of water and dip the ring finger of my right hand into it a few times and sprinkle drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard. Sprinkle a few drops of water on top of me for purification, and send a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that whether you're watching it live or later on a replay, we're all participating with a sense of being in sacred space and being purified for the puja. Now I'm going to invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. And we also ask him to remove all obstacles for all of the participants. We ask him to remove obstacles for all of you in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. I ask him to remove obstacles for you now and always. And we thank him for his help with this. Now I'm going to do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial towards us and towards our planet. We thank Saint Yadasamundar for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, I'm going to start with invoking the various time elements that are active right now. I start with the planet that rules the day. Today is Tuesday, ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Next, we honor the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in a star called Swati, a star that Dr. Pillai says can give divine blessings. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. At the moment in my area, we are in the 14th waning moon, which is called Chaturdasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Next, we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, that planet is the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we're going to honor the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would just say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Sobhana, which has energies of gorgeous. Shobhana, Shobhana, Shobhana. And the Karana that is active right now is one called Sakuna, which has energies that can be devious. Sakuna, Sakuna, Sakuna. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. And we start, Dr. Pillai said, always with the ascendant sign, the sign coming up on the eastern horizon in the local area. And we would start by honoring the planet that rules that sign. The ascendant today is in the sign of Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. I'm going to put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Today in Scorpio is the Sun, Venus, and Mercury. All three of those planets are in the same star. So I'm going to honor all three of the planets before I invoke the star. I start with the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Venus for being in Scorpio. Om Shukraya Namaha. Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor Mercury for being in Scorpio. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. The Sun, Venus, and Mercury are all in a star today called Anuradha. This is a star with energies for friendship and prosperity. This is also the birth star of Lakshmi, the goddess associated with the shrim sound, and the birth star of Vishvamitra, the sage who gave the brazi sound to Dr. Pillai. We put the flower petals across the Sun, Venus, and Mercury as we honor the star. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Anuradha star is ruled by Mitra, a form of the sun in which he is the universal friend to everyone. The sun gives his light freely to everyone. We honor Mitra, and again, I put the flower petals across the Sun, Venus, and Mercury. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Anuradha star, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishika or Scorpio, the most occult of all of the zodiac signs, today containing the Sun, which is our soul, Venus, planet of happiness and material plane comforts, and Mercury, planet of communication and also a planet that helps with business. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Going in a clockwise direction now, the next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto and Saturn. We start with honoring Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada. This is a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. We honor this star. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes, who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We honor all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for music, prosperity, good reputation. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Dhanishta star, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing Pluto, a planet that can help with rationality and science, and Saturn, a planet that can help us with compassion, structure, patience, organization. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Neptune. Neptune is retrograde and thus extra powerful. We honor Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in Purva Bhadrapada star, a star of purification. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most service-oriented, the most humanitarian of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps us with our intuition. Sometimes we have an intuition to help someone. Neptune can help us use that right now in a humanitarian way. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter, who is retrograde. We honor Jupiter. I put the flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. We ask this star to help all of us with business development. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Arbundya, an archetype who can help to guard treasures and valuables. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, a zodiac sign that is the most metaphysical and transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Jupiter, the planet that helps with everything related to spiritual teachings, and also a planet that can help with wealth and everything related to banking or legal matters. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and Uranus, who is retrograde. Both of those planets are in the same star, so we're going to honor both planets before we invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus, who is retrograde. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of feminine Shakti or energy or power. We invoke blessings from this star. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies. Today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us to think outside the box, and Uranus, a planet that helps with higher intelligence, success in life, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains Mars, who is retrograde. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Mrgashira, a star that can help give us the curiosity to be willing to try new things in various areas of our life. We honor this star. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Mrgashira's star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon, in which he is the divine nectar of Amrita, of immortality. We honor Soma, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Mrgashira's star is ruled by Mars. Again, I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, a grounded earth sign that has love of luxury, today containing Mars, who is both a warrior and a healer as a planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu and the moon. Both Ketu and moon are in the same star, so we're going to invoke both those two planets before we invoke the star. We start with Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Now we honor the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Both Ketu and the moon are in a star called Swati. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can give divine blessings. It's a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. So there's also energies of independence and even a bit of restlessness associated with Swati star. We honor the star, and I put the flower petals across Ketu and the moon. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the wind and the air element. And also, Vayu is the father of Hanuman. We honor him. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies of balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, sometimes called the saintly planet, and the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I'm taking a lit tea light and holding it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many little piles of flower petals. And in the air, I'm circling it around the chart above it 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now, I'm taking a hand fan and offering the element of air, gently waving it around the chart 3 times, offering a cooling breeze. And now I take a bell to offer the element of sound. And now I make prayer hands and make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us, our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I pray for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. I offer you my life, O eternity, such as it is, and I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for about a minute, and then we can do some short question and answer period if you have questions. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. We have a little time right now if you want to post any questions in the chat, and I will do my best to try to answer them. And again, we always appreciate it when you press the like button or when you subscribe to the channel, as it does help the Religion of Religions channel to continue to grow. So seeing various people greeting each other, saying thank you, but not seeing any questions this morning in the chat, which is okay. You don't necessarily have a question every day, and that's okay. So the moon and Ketu are in the same star today. Ketu is a star that can help us have longing for liberation. So being so close to the moon, it may give you interest in meditation or doing chanting of Shrimbrasi today on account of the several planets that are in the Anuradha star. But it may give you some thought about reflecting on your own spiritual practices, with Ketu and the moon being in the same star today. So not seeing any questions being posted this morning, which is fine. I just like to give you the opportunity to ask them. And otherwise, I want to be very respectful toward your time and allow you to, bippity bop about your day and or your evening and get on to the many other things I know you all have going on in your life. Thank you again for being here. I will be here again tomorrow with the Planetary Pooja. Atomic Dreaming class is canceled for tonight. I have another obligation that I need to attend to, but Atomic Dreaming will resume next Tuesday. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.